day 7. Fantastic. Well done. So hopefully by today, you've gone through lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Have got a sense of those techniques, even if they're not mastered yet, and are now ready to have a look at what we're going to do on our final day, which are 2 things. One thing is we're going to look at a samba groove using the finger bass sound that we looked at yesterday, and the other is what's going on here on the back. Do I need it? What's that about? So we're going to talk about that second. So the rhythm we looked at yesterday, we were just doing a roll kind of thing. Just to sort of, oh, is it here? No, is it here? Okay, good. Just to experiment with finding the sound. Now we're going to look at a little rhythm for a kind of a samba sort of groove, which is using the first half of the coco rhythm we learned. So you've already done some of it, great. And the second half is going to change a little. Dunk chicka dunk chicken dunk chicka dunk chicken dunk chicka dunk chicken dunk. It's got that lovely swing of the samba behind it. So here we go. I'm going to show you the rhythm a few times first and then break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you'll notice that I was using this sound on the back. You might have noticed that, where some sounds like this, and I changed the pitch. So we will look at that second. So for this first part, I'm going to play everything open, no fingers on the back, like this. Which is a really nice rhythm when it's played. It's a really nice rhythm on its own without the pitch changes, but if you want to add them, we will. Here we go. So we're going to look at the rhythm again. We're going to play first of all the first half. Let's split it in half. Okay, so end on a slap. The second time we're going to end with instead of a slap, we're going to end with one of our finger tones. So the first half, second half. So it's actually a really similar thing you're doing in the first half and the second half. Except we are, instead of doing a slap, we're using the other top part of our hand, which is the tone, right? Which we've just learned yesterday. Oh, that works. And just to make it feel more rounded and like it's got a full stop on the end of that phrase, we're going to add another tone at the end, like this. Yeah, just to get us going. Here we go. I'll do it a little slower first. Dunk, chicka dunk, chicken dunk. 2, 3, 4. Even slower. Yeah, super slow. Super slow is my favourite kind of speed for learning anything, because it means that you're actually giving your brain a chance to catch up rather than trying to play very fast and not nailing it. It's nicer to be slower, gain that confidence and that strength in your playing and that technique, and then the speed will come when it's ready. It just will. It'll naturally come out one day and you go, oh, I can play it. It's really exciting. But until then, go slow, be humble. Yeah, it's fine. It'll come, but it takes earning like anything. So when we play that rhythm, cycling it, what happens is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, can you see that by using my fingers as the tone, I can continue to do the tip on my left hand? Yes! Yeah, so the tip is really, really important. But smaller in the way we play the rhythm. So check out the difference between doing that tone on my fingers if I do those double tones just on my thumb, can you see that that's disrupted the tip motion? And the tip, when you play that, that little motion is what's going to give the real flavour and sound the jingles as well, but also give a fluency to your playing that feels like you're not being stopped by having to go and rolling over your hand, which I'm not even going to teach in this little series, because I think this way is more useful. So here we go. We're going to do, let's do it 4 times in a row about this speed. Dunk, ga dunk, goom dunk. 2, 3, 4. Alright. So the next part is adding the finger on the back, and that's going to help us create the sound of the bateria. So the marking surdos, the primero and the segundo, those heartbeat, kind of the staple of the samba rhythm. So we're going to create that in our tones, which is what's a beautiful thing about the pandeiro, is essentially what you are hearing in this is a full bateria. It's a full group of people playing all the different instruments. We've got the surdos, we've got the chocalhos, the shakers, the caixas being implied here with our jingles, and we've got the idea of the some of the from the hepiki. So we've got the whole thing in this one instrument, which is why I fell in love with it. So we're going to now add those, and we're going to add them. We're going to first of all close the first hit, the first tone, so that we get goop. Yeah, so closing it, if you don't know, makes a higher sound. Leaving it open leaves the drum to sound lower. It's like fretting a guitar. It changes the string length, it changes the pitch. So it's the same thing here. We're pressing on, making pressure, and making a high sound. Or having it off. Then we're going to do, so for the first half of the rhythm, we're going to close it. And then when we do our next half, we're going to open it. So our fingers are going to go like this on the back. On, off, on, off, just like that. And that's going to create this. Press on like this. Now I tend to use my middle finger because it's the longest one, right? And you can reach a bit easier. If you want to use 2, you can, but to be honest, this finger for me kind of floats a bit. When I'm holding it up here, obviously it's different to when I'm holding it naturally here too. But actually my second finger is not making contact. It's my middle finger that I'm using. Might be different for you, don't know. So that rhythm, for the last time, we're going to play closed and then open. And the open ones are going to correspond to the second half of the rhythm, right? Yeah. Rock and roll. When it gets a little faster, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we could, if we wanted to be a bit flashy and get all of the sense of the different grooves we've done with the samba, we can put some Partido Alto stuff in there and then groove into that rhythm. So I'm just going to give a little demo. If you're ready to take that on, give it a try. I'm not going to break it down too much right now, but if you've practiced the techniques from the rest of the videos, you will be at a point where you can watch what I'm about to do and copy it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start with the Partido Alto, and then I'm going to go into this other samba groove after. Okay, I'm going to keep it quite slow first and then speed it up a little. Boom, da, boom, dum, dum, da, dum, dum, baraka, dum, dum, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to combine the techniques that we did in the open and close, the groove from this lesson, and also the Partido Alto with the diggy and speed that up a little bit from the previous material. So now actually what you should see is a combination of all of that learning that you've done from across the 7 lessons. So how to hold the drum, the technique, the tipping, the ghost notes, the tone, the slap, and a couple of different rhythmic phrases and flavours from different parts of Brazil. So there's a lot in there for you to be getting on with, okay? So thanks very much for enjoying these lessons. Please give us a little comment, get in touch, check out my Instagram, and also, you know, just tag me in your videos and let me know that you've got on with these videos all right, you know, and tell me about your Pandeiro adventures in the future. I'd love to hear how people are getting on. Okay, here we go, a little bit faster to finish our lessons together. Right. 1, 2, 3, hey.